Most people believe fat loss is all about the perfect diet plan, the best workout, or the latest supplement. But here's the truth. None of that matters if your mindset is working against you. The difference between people who struggle for years and those who make fat loss feel effortless isn't willpower, it's a single mindset shift. And once you understand this shift, everything about your body, your habits, and your energy starts to change. If you've ever tried to lose weight, you already know the cycle. You get motivated, you start strong, maybe you even see progress for a few weeks. But then life happens, stress, cravings, skipped workouts, and suddenly, you're right back where you started. You tell yourself, I just need more discipline, or, I have to try harder. But what if the problem isn't your discipline at all? What if you've just been approaching fat loss from the wrong mental frame? Most people start their fat loss journey from a mindset of punishment. They see food as the enemy, exercise as punishment for overeating, and their body as something they need to fix. They force themselves into restrictive diets, push through exhaustion, and fight against their own biology. And yes, that might work for a few weeks, but it never lasts. Because you can't build a lifestyle from self-hate or guilt. The old mindset is based on restriction, control, and force. That's why it fails. The mindset shift that changes everything is simple but powerful. Stop chasing fat loss. Start becoming the kind of person who naturally lives lean. Instead of asking, how can I lose this weight? Ask, how can I live like someone who doesn't have to worry about it? Because real transformation doesn't come from fighting your old habits. It comes from building new ones that align with your identity. Think about it. Most people set outcome goals. They say, I want to lose 10 kilos, or, I want to fit into that dress. But outcome goals only motivate you when progress is visible. Once progress slows down, motivation dies. The people who make fat loss effortless think differently. They focus on identity goals. Instead of saying, I want to lose 10 kilos, they say, I'm the type of person who moves every day. Who eats clean because it feels good. Who takes care of their body. The moment your identity shifts, fat loss becomes a side effect, not the main event. Picture this. Two people go to the gym. One is there to burn calories. The other is there to train like an athlete. Same workout, completely different energy. The first person is chasing fat loss. The second person is embodying a new identity. One feels forced. The other feels natural. That's the difference this mindset shift creates. It moves you from resistance to flow. When you adopt this new mindset, you stop asking, can I eat this? And start asking, would a healthy version of me want this? You stop battling your cravings and start understanding them. You stop fearing food and start building trust with your body again. You begin to realize that health isn't something you earn, it's something you express by the way you live every day. Most diets fail because they ignore human psychology. They focus on behavior without changing belief. You can't act inconsistent with your identity for very long. If deep down you still see yourself as someone who always struggles with weight, your actions will eventually match that belief. But when you start to believe, I'm someone who prioritizes health, every small choice, every walk, every meal, every night of good sleep, reinforces that identity. And the cycle reverses. That's when fat loss becomes effortless. Not because the work disappears, but because it no longer feels like work. Your choices start aligning automatically. You no longer have to convince yourself to eat better or move more. It becomes who you are. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation for it. It's automatic because it's part of your identity. Fat loss becomes effortless when healthy living becomes your default mode. There's neuroscience behind this too. The brain's reticular activating system filters what you focus on. When your self-image changes, your brain literally starts noticing habits, foods, and opportunities that align with that image. You start craving what supports your new identity. That's why identity-based change lasts. It rewires your focus and your decisions from the inside out. So instead of saying, "I have to lose weight," reframe it, "I'm training myself to think, move, and eat like a healthy person." Instead of, "I can't eat that," say, "I choose not to because it doesn't serve who I'm becoming." This is how you create long-term change, not through guilt or pressure, but through alignment. When you live from this mindset, consistency stops being a struggle. You don't need a burst of motivation to start, because your habits are built into your routine. Small daily actions compound into massive results. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. Even on off days, you still make better choices because that's who you are now. You're no longer trying to lose weight, you're living as someone who's already in control. Imagine Sarah. She used to start every Monday on a new diet and quit by Friday. But when she decided to become a healthy person instead of chasing the number on the scale, things shifted. She didn't overhaul her life overnight. She just started asking, "What would a healthy version of me do right now?" Over time, that question rewired her entire lifestyle. She didn't lose weight to feel worthy. She lost it because she finally treated herself like she already was. And the most powerful part? When you live from this mindset, your energy changes. You stop walking around defeated or anxious about food. You start walking with confidence, not because you've reached your goal yet, but because you're aligned with the person you're becoming. That's what makes you unstoppable. People around you notice it. Your habits inspire others without you even trying. This is how real transformation spreads, from your example. So how do you apply this mindset starting today? Step 1. Define your new identity. Write it down. I'm the type of person who, and finish that sentence with 3 statements. For example, I'm the type of person who moves daily, eats mindfully, and honors rest. Step 2. Act small, but daily. One healthy choice per day that reinforces your identity. A short walk, a home-cooked meal, an early bedtime, it all counts. Step 3. Celebrate alignment, not outcomes. Every time you act in alignment with your identity, acknowledge it. Progress is who you're becoming, not just what you're losing. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You don't have to hate your body to change it. In fact, the more you love and respect it, the faster it responds. Because your body listens to your emotions. When you feed it from guilt, it resists. When you feed it from gratitude, it thrives. Fat loss becomes effortless when it's an act of self-care, not self-punishment. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your best self a year from now. You wake up with energy. You move because you want to, not because you have to. You eat foods that fuel you. You look in the mirror and feel proud, not because of the number, but because of the person you've become. That's what this mindset shift creates, not just a better body, but a better life. Every time you're tempted to quit, remind yourself, the goal isn't to lose weight fast. It's to become the kind of person who doesn't need to start over again. You're not in a battle against your body, you're in a partnership with it. And when you treat it with respect, it rewards you with energy, confidence, and strength. So from today forward, stop chasing fat loss. Start becoming the person who lives in alignment with health. Think, act, and decide from that identity every single day. Because once your mindset changes, your habits follow. And when your habits follow, fat loss stops being a goal and starts being your reality. If this message resonated with you, save it, and come back to it every time you forget who you're becoming. The real transformation doesn't happen in your body first, it happens in your mind. Change your mindset, and fat loss becomes effortless.